Hey guys, today is cheat day. You're probably wondering why I have foil on my coffee table instead of a plate. It's basically just because the dishes are still washing. Yeah, I couldn't wait and I took a bite of pizza. Today I have some Papa John's. I don't have any dipping sauces because I actually like their pizza just the way it is. I know it's blasphemy not to dip it in the garlic sauce, but I have no idea what type of noises are gonna pop up. There's dogs outside. My son has today off from school again, so if he interrupts me, I'll just cut that out. And there's the dogs, probably playing in the dog park. I have some Pepsi, but I do not have ice. Because I forgot to make some. Oh my god, for the dogs. Really? And the people working on the apartment next door. Seems like every time you go to press play to make a video, stuff happens. Wow. I actually wasn't expecting to make this video today. I already have an eating video that's gone up today that I filmed a few days ago. Usually what I do is I film an eating video every day and then it goes up like the next day. And if I film it on a Friday, it goes up on a Monday. But this is an impromptu cheat day. I have been stuck at the same weight, going up and down the same like 5 ounces for a little bit now, and it's driving me crazy. So I decided that I was going to have a cheat day and then immediately get back on strict low carb tomorrow. Like, I still have a couple of Atkins meals. What the hell? A couple of Atkins meals to try. But other than that, I want to try and do like the less processed the better until I drop down in weight again. Wow, this is the worst time to make this video. So yeah, just trying to mix things up. And then my next cheat day won't be for quite a while. These are stuck together. Okay. I am so sorry if you can hear all that noise. Really? I don't know what they're doing to the apartment next door. The last people that lived there must have trashed it or something. So anyway, obviously this is not low carb. I'll make sure to put that in the title. But I was asked What was I asked? I just lost it. Oh yeah. I was asked by Peter something about when I first experienced ASMR. I wish there was another room I could go into where I wouldn't hear this, but there isn't. I can't pinpoint exactly when it was, but I know for sure that when I was like 2 or 3, and we were living in a trailer at the time before we moved into a house, and when I was laying in my bed, the heater would kick on and it would make like a really soothing buzzing noise, and that would put me to sleep and make me feel all tingly. So I'm pretty sure that was my first experience with it. And after that, I'd find that when I was in school, like say in math class, which is the worst place to have this happen because I'm terrible at math and I really need to pay attention. Excuse me. The teacher would be up at the blackboard and they'd be, you know, tapping along with the chalk and speaking in their soft voice, and I would find myself nodding off because I was so relaxed. The problem is, like I said, school is not the place you want that to be happening. I would do that in geography class in high school too. We'd often turn the lights off and watch. He'd wheel the TV in and we'd watch a TV show called A World Away or something like that. And just the darkness and the people talking on the TV, like, I couldn't tell you half of what we had watched because I was like half in and out watching it. And then certain movies, like this was back when obviously I didn't know what this was. I just thought I was a weirdo. Like, certain scenes in movies, like Poltergeist, when Tangina is explaining to them about, you know, the underworld and, not the underworld, the afterlife, whatever. Maybe it was the underworld. You know, the bad crap. When she was explaining to Carol Ann's mom and dad about where she was, basically. Like, her voice was really soothing. And I would rewind. I remember the end of her soft speaking would be when she said something like, "Now let's go get your daughter." And then I would rewind it until it got to that part again, and then I'd rewind it again, just to watch it over and over again. Also in that same movie, when one of the researchers was eating like chips or crunchy Cheetos or something, and he was whispering to the other researcher, and then he said he was going to go get something to eat. That was like maybe a 30-second scene, something like that. And I rewound it like 4 times just to hear it again. And then there was that movie Pleasantville, and there was a scene near the beginning where Reese Witherspoon was chewing gum really obnoxiously while she was talking on the phone, and everybody else I knew thought it was so annoying But I would rewind that scene over and over again in my bedroom and watch it. This is really weird too. Excuse me. There was this scene in a movie called Smoke Signals about two Indians and on a reservation, and they were bartering a story for a ride because they wanted their friends to give them a ride to the bus station or something like that. And their friends said they would if they were told a story. So when the Indian named Thomas is telling the story, one of the girls is hanging out the window of the car, listening intently and chewing gum slowly with her mouth open. And every now and then would like say something through the gum. And I thought it was the weirdest thing, but I really loved it. So I found the scene on YouTube like years ago before I found out what ASMR was. And I would watch it like 5 times before I would go to bed. Sorry guys, I got cut off. Anyway, she would go, every time she would talk, there'd be like a smacking of lips, like in between each word. And it really gave me ASMR. But I didn't know what that was. And then I'd hear people chewing gum, and I would get ASMR. I'd hear people with accents, and I'd get ASMR. So finally, I wondered if there were other weirdos out there like myself. And I Googled something like, does anyone else get really sleepy when they hear gum chewing or certain people's voices? And I found a thread somewhere. This was in, I don't know if it was 2011 or 2012 that I found this. And it was a whole thread somewhere. I don't know if it was Reddit or if it was just some random forum. But there was a whole bunch of people talking about having that experience, and then someone finally said that it was ASMR, and then they wrote out, you know, the whole words, auto whatever. I don't remember it off the top of my head. And that's when I started actually searching for ASMR videos on YouTube. And some of the first videos that I found were by YouTubers like Amal. I'll link her below. You may or may not have seen her. Doesn't make as many excuse me, videos as she used to, but she used to make videos all the time, and she was extremely popular. She was very pretty. She'd often get a lot of crap because she was like well endowed. And people would say that's the only reason why she has a lot of subscribers, but she's very, very soothing voice, and I enjoyed her. And then there was Tony Bomboni, but his name was just ASMR back then. And he used to do a lot of soothing, simple videos like eating grapes and flipping through like a book of painting tips and doing little selling you teas role plays and stuff. And he would get little elaborate with his role plays. And I'll take a couple bites. and he would put makeup on. And there was this one video series that he started where he was a fairy and he had full makeup on and he talked really interesting. And that video ended up being on the TV show Tosh.0, where he made fun of it, but it got him a lot of exposure and he had a good sense of humor about it. Kind of like Avocado, I think I said that right. He ended up being on Tosh.0 not too long ago, but he was actually physically there and got to interact with Tosh, so that's interesting. But yeah, now Tony has a lot of subscribers and he does a lot. I still like him, but I'm not as into what he does for ASMR anymore. And then there was, I don't remember her name, but one of her first videos that I watched was her chewing gum and flipping through an entertainment magazine that was fully dedicated to the first Hunger Games movie. And then she had a really simple one where she was chewing gum and flipping through her Kindle. Noise. And it was really good. So sometimes simple is really better. But yeah, it's interesting. Sorry for the car. It's interesting that sometimes you get better ASMR when it's unintentional. But the nice thing about ASMR videos is that they're consistent. Oh my god. Like the woman that I talked about that I found before I knew what ASMR was, she wouldn't always do the smacking thing. I just have to hope that she would. So, but if you subscribe to someone that does the smacking on purpose, like Miss Juicy Tickles, who's amazing, then you get it all the time. I think I'm just babbling now. And I'm feeling really full and kind of in a yucky way right now. Ugh. But I've got Mr. Papa John's out of my system now. And now it is back to your regularly scheduled low carb stuff. I'm gonna have to do a lot of chicken, veggies, beef, things like that. And the couple, like, I think there's 2 Atkins meals that I have to eat too. But yeah, I'm gonna try and stay away from their little snacks until I've gotten things under control again. I'm also gonna drown myself in water. Not literally. and I'm going to start using the elliptical at the apartment complex every day too. Okay, anyway. Someone either really likes this or they are cringing right now. I would be cringing. Maybe you're cringing at the sound. Maybe you're cringing that I don't know how to fold. Just think about how badly I wrap presents. I hope this video came out because there is no way I can do it again. Okay.